Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Sagittarius, I just like to say I am a professional and experienced counsellor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages for Sagittarius. Alright, so you're coming in with your person here. So you're coming in with the Hierophant, and you're also coming in with Temperance here in your reading. Well, there's a lot to be said when it comes in with your person here in your reading. There's a hell of a lot that they're going through, to be quite honest. What I get here, it's almost saying here, for your person, they can't put a foot wrong. I'm not too sure if this is a last chance for your person here in your reading. But this is talking about here in your reading that there are changes that are happening inside of your person. Their inner knowing here is changing. Their mindset is changing here. And in terms of not putting a foot wrong here, it comes through as your person's actions here in your reading and how they apply that. That's how these two cards are coming in. Because both cards talk about your person's knowing, your person's internal compass here. But it is coming in as a start point, to be quite honest. Yeah, of course, it does kind of talk about trusting in oneself and the universe here. But that comes in for your person. It's coming in as small steps here in terms of this trusting themselves and the universe here in your reading. It comes in as they get an idea here. Let me come in that way. They get an idea, and then it comes in as, and they'll say to themselves, okay, I'll give that a go, and I'll see where it leads to here. That's how these small steps that your person's taking to trust in themselves here. See, it's also coming in as your person, it can be seen as a light bulb moment. It can also be seen as a realization for your person that, hey, I know why I am the way that I am. I know why I'm different here. So it's only small for your person is what I'm getting, where they are embracing that they're different, that there is a difference here. But this is actually coming in because of your person's environment here in your reading. That's where they connect the dots here, like, oh, hey, I would have done that differently. It's coming in that way. Or I'm a little here. They see things as different here in your reading. Whereas in the past, they never saw it that way before, or they never trusted in what they knew to be true about people, places, and things. That's also coming in with these two cards. Yeah, it is also coming in as your person's a lot more open-minded here to what other people have to say. I get here in your reading is when your person has a conversation here, they're able to get what the other person is saying here. That's also coming in your reading. It's like they see people differently now. They actually listen. They're not so much just hearing what people are saying. They're actually listening to what people are saying is what I'm getting. See, it's like your person knows why they misinterpret some lines of communication here, because they are now learning to interact. But this interaction it's coming in as here, guys. It's just different. I don't know how else to say it here in your reading. It also comes in as taking different actions, and this could also be a different approach to life here, approach to different things here in your reading. It is coming in as the bigger picture here, and it's like things don't stress your person the way in which they stressed them in the past. It's like that. So they're not ignoring or they're not avoiding certain situations here. It comes in as just small steps here. Your person is facing that here in your reading, facing that uncomfortability that comes from within for your person when it comes to situations, places and things here. It's got to do with your person's interactions here. It does, with people in your person's environment. Now these may be new people that are in your person's environment here, or they're making new connections with people they wouldn't normally connect with. It's like that as well. But they're making connections with these people here. It's like it's a new experience for your person. Yeah. It's the way in which they interact here, and it's what they build, and the way in which they build it is what it talks about here. These connections, there's this communication, these it's like interrelationships here that your person is making here in your reading. Of course, this can come in as past relationships here as well, and your person connecting making meaningful connections with these people from their past that they didn't make in the past here, because they see them differently is what it talks about. Let's keep going here. Page of Wands, Three of Cups, and the Knight of Swords here in your reading. Alright, so you have the Three of Cups, you have the Page of Wands, and you are coming in with the Knight of Swords. Let's just have a look at that for you. It's coming in as interactions here. And like I said, it's coming in as your person building new relationships is what I'm getting. But this building, what I get there in your reading It's got to do with the people that they're interacting with, and these are new people for your person. This could also be people that are outside of their comfort zone and getting to know those people as well, not sticking with just the same kind of people that they have in the past, the same kind of social circle here. There is a struggle and there is a difficulty here in your reading, the way in which the Knight of Swords is coming in here, especially if you're coming in with Temperance. It's talking about here for your person. It's like they have to listen. They have to listen to what people are saying here, as opposed to just hearing, so they don't misinterpret here in your reading. See how I see the Knight of Swords. It's still a student here in your here, and so what it talks about there in your reading, it's about it's like trying to or wanting to connect with people here who is outside of their social clique. It's like that. So how do I connect with someone who's not the same as everybody else that I know? It really does talk about coming out of a comfort zone here. Yeah, of course, you are coming in with past communication here. But this past communication for your person here in your reading is an obstacle and a challenge here. See, with the, and even yourself here, because with the Knight of Swords, you kind of just talk about everything and anything, and there's no depth, there's no meaning to what you were saying here. It's like you just want to hold a conversation here in your reading. But what this Knight of Swords, what it's talking about here in terms of Temperance here in your reading is, hey, listen to what, listen to what they're saying, and connect the dots that way. Because it really shows for your person here, coming in with the Knights of Swords and the Page of Wands, what it talks about there is, what do they know here? Still learning. Your person is still learning here, learning how to, it's like effective communication. Coming out of this past way of doing things is what I'm picking up. For both you and your person here. See, yeah, of course, they're quite curious and they are quite inquisitive here, but it's coming in as structure here. See, it also talks about here in your reading is that in the past your person struggled to interact with people that were outside of their social norm, is what I'm getting, or outside of their social group here. That's what these three cards are talking about. See, with the Knight of Swords coming in, what it talks about there is that it's like a person just wants a straight answer here. But what it's telling me here in your reading is that your person has to figure it out. But and that's an obstacle and a challenge for your person. It does come down to the way in which they think here in your reading. Well, it's almost like saying here, it can talk about misinterpretation, you know, not getting it, not getting what the other person is trying to say. All right, let me keep going here. All right, Saggy, let's see. So you have the Sun card, you have the Ace of Cups. So you have the Sun card, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Swords here in your reading. I am getting misinterpretation here in the past. Your person struggled here even to get where you were coming from here, Sagittarius. But what it also talks about here in your reading, it's coming in as your person's perception of love here. That's also coming into your reading. See, it's talking about here is that in the past, it wasn't about love. The relationships that your person built here, and even yourself here, wasn't about love. It was a perception of love. That's what it keeps telling me here in your reading. What I also get here in your reading for your person with the Ace of Swords, in the past, this is coming in as the past here as well. In the past, your person just didn't get it. And there's a lot of regret here, Sagittarius, that your person just didn't get it. That's what I was getting with the Knight of Swords here in your reading. Yeah. See, it comes in with the Knight of Swords for your person. They were used to a certain type of communication here, style. They were used to a certain language here in your reading. And then when you came onto the scene, Sagittarius, your person just didn't get it. That's what it's talking about here. And that's pretty much the truth coming in with the Sun card. Potentially here in your reading, they are going to get it here. There was no clarity for your person. I do get here in your reading is that there would have been a hell of a lot of confusion for your person because they had a lot of things, there were a lot of people that influenced and persuaded your person, and it's coming in as that's how it's always been. It was never about your person. Like I said, this is coming in as some kind of social norm, social clique here. And so they never really went outside of that social norm and social clique to get to know different types of people, is what your reading is saying. And when they did, here, they just didn't listen. Here. So, in terms of the Hierophant and Temperance, what it talks about there in your reading, it's your person's foundation. It's coming in as what they have built here and how they have built it here in your reading. Yeah, of course, I spoke about here not putting a foot wrong here in your reading. That's how those two cards came in. In the past, for your person, it was about staying within that program here, staying within that social norm, which is why they never I get here, they just didn't get you. They didn't get what you were on about. They didn't listen. Here they heard what you were saying, but they didn't connect the dots. And like I said, why they didn't connect the dots here is because this person, it really comes down to their mental capacity here to think for themselves here in your reading, because it's your person. And there's nothing wrong with it here, but a lot of what they knew came from other people, which is the case. But whenever it's talking about here, in terms of yourself here, Sagittarius, your person went to go and seek guidance here and advice. But what it also talks about here in terms of the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups is potentially here in your reading, your person is going to connect the dots, but they have to figure this out for themselves. That's what your reading is saying. And that's what Temperance is also talking about here in your reading. I would normally see it as patience. I would normally see it as planting positive seeds here in your reading. But what it's also talking about here in your reading is that your person has to, easy enough for me to say, but your person has to figure out here in your reading where it went wrong. Where they went wrong, or where they made a choice here, why they misinterpreted. Here it's coming in like that. Why did they misunderstand it? Here, did the advice work? Here, did the advice work? All right, let's keep going. Let's come in with the advice. Alright, so you were coming in with the Judgment card here in your reading. It's a wake-up call. That's what that's talking about here in your reading. And I do get that is what's going, potentially here in your reading. See, I get here is that your person ignores their intuitive nudges. That's what the Judgment card talks about here. But they also ignore the truth about themselves and their reality here. And it comes in as negative attachments. That's what it talks about. Yeah. And that's pretty much what your reading is saying. There's something that your person has created here in your reading. But it's still an outdated belief system. Alright, I am going to leave it there, Sagittarius. Thank you for your reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.